Roxy Bernstein and Corey Williams in the desert. It's Arizona and Arizona State.
Welcome those of you just joining us to McKale Center in Tucson. The 249 duel in the desert. Number 24, Arizona. 16 of the 19 for Arizona have come in the paint.
They've got a clear mismatch right now. They are in the paint, but it's Jordan Bradley that takes the mid-range jumper.
18 visit the Dean Dome and North Carolina. With game day also in Chapel Hill on a full day of college hoops coming up on Saturday. Offensive rebound and the putback, Sean Phillips Jr. Conrad Martinez in off the bench, the sophomore from Spain for the Wildcats. The Sun Devils, who have been battling despite the lack of numbers, and Caleb Love left open for a three.
Well, the one thing you don't want to do is gamble on Love and come up empty. Easy stroke from the top of the key for Love.
Arizona's matched their largest lead. First points for Love, who's approaching 2,600 career points. Alston Mason answers for ASU.
What an equalizer for the Sun Devils.
The putback. The 7-footer, Henry Vasar. And a technical has been handed out.
Shot goes up, not exactly sure what was said, but the officials didn't appreciate the antics and they hit him with a technical.
Handed out the technical to Bobby Hurley. Osan Sanek, pressure, and he's fouled by Conrad Martinez.
And if you're Arizona State, that's exactly who you want to have.
Saturday night, made 4 of 5 threes. And the highly recruited freshman, Sanek flipped his commitment from Arizona to Arizona State.
You talk about storylines, that is a huge one. Kind of want to show the opposition what they're missing out on. Let that be your motivation.
KJ Lewis on the fall away.
KJ Lewis in constant motion. We talked about him slashing, getting to the rim right there. The nice fadeaway.
Alston Mason. Here's Amir Ali and a three, the third three for the freshman.
Amir Ali single-handedly keeping the Sun Devils afloat from beyond the arc. That was a straight old school catch and shoot.
Caleb Love answers for Arizona.
Just a matter of time with Caleb Love. You know he has the ability to knock down shots, whether the defender's there or not.
The spin off balance, and Sean Phillips Jr. cleans up the miss from Bashir Jihad. Already 8 for Sean Phillips Jr. AJ Lewis. And a foul going for the rebound, and will tonight. And there's Liam Lloyd, the son of Tommy Lloyd, the head coach, one of the myriad of seniors for Arizona. So Wildcats nail a three off the end.
Execution by Arizona, baseline inbounds, nice screen. Three.
Alston Mason rips it back. ASU down to 6 healthy scholarship players, and Sean Phillips Jr. the bench with 2 fouls as Alston Mason buries his.
Because they search out those mismatches and then they attack.
And that's what's keeping Arizona State in this game, is the three. Arizona State has made 6 of 8 outside the arc. Josan Sanek makes it 7 of 9. They're going to say that was a 2. His foot was on the line. Deep 2 for Sanek.
You talk about a guy who can score at will. That is Sanen's game right there. Off the dribble, spot up, in transition. It doesn't matter.
And KJ Lewis sits on the rim and it goes and one for Lewis. First on Trevor Best. Lewis in and out on the free throw and the rebound grab. Ray Townsend down the lane, and he's clobbered, will get to the line. The first on Bashir Jihad. An outstanding foul shooting team. And one more for Townsend. One more for Townsend, who nails both. And his second standing freshman, one of the best shot blockers in America. He's out with a lower body injury. He was injured about a week and a half ago in their win at Kansas State as Bashir Jihad was fouled going up for a shot. He'll get free throws out of it, but missed from the team. As Bashir gone for ASU. They were hoping to get some minutes from him. And he, about a minute into the game, was lost for the rest of the night. As Bashir,
with how competitive this club has been night in and night out in the Big 12, on the road, at home, they fight through every circumstance, and a lot of teams would struggle with those kinds of losses.
And the rebound, here comes Caleb Love as Arizona looking to push it. Love attacks. Tobe Awaka on the offensive glass, and a putback. And Tobe Awaka, the rebound for the Cats.
Very important stretch of basketball if you're the Sun Devils.
Carter Bryant, three.
Roxy, before I mentioned, it's his little sister's birthday today, Sydney.
And even though Arizona has made 5 threes tonight on the season, only 31% from three for the Wildcats, who rank 311th in the country in three-point shooting, as Joson Sanin. 10 on the timer for the Devils. Sean Phillips Jr. and one. Strong finish by Sean Phillips Jr. for Arizona State.
What a play by the Sun Devils.
For Arizona State, after none previously this season. And he's now
going in and out with injuries, but when they have both of those guys, it's amazing how different this club is. But right now, the lone big man having his way here in Tucson tonight.
Off-balance scoop and a tough shot by Jaden Bradley. And a technical on Bradley after the bucket, as he wanted a call, didn't get it, said something to Randy McCall, and Randy McCall gave him a technical. That will be a free throw at the other end for Arizona State.
You're going to see Jaden Bradley keep the defender on his hip and then score. But here's the issue. From the time he gets up, he turns and is complaining to the official. And by the time...
Alston Mason hits both free throws. He's in double figures with 10.
Question about it, things got absolutely out of control. We talk about rivalry games and young people and emotions, but you can't have situations like that.
Alston Mason fouled. And it's the second on Jaden Bradley. And Mason right back to the free throw line. And Bobby Hurley getting Sean Phillips Jr. out to the bench, so he has to pick up his third foul.
Job of keeping the Wildcats out of transition. They've made this a half-court game, and that's why it's only a 5-point affair.
And a whistle and a foul will get Henry Vasar to the line for the Wildcats. UFC news and ESPN Plus. The main card begins at 10 Eastern on pay-per-view. To order, go to ESPN. Arizona looks to push. The best fast break team in the Big 12 as they lead the conference in fast break points. Nobody stepped up to guard KJ Lewis, then drives, and the cleanup from Henry Vasar.
And that's one of those situations where Sean Phillips Jr. just decided not to foul. But Arizona taking advantage in the paint has been the entire story of the first half.
Offensive rebound by Phillips and the kick out. Joson Sanin, too strong on the three. And the rebound batted free, and Arizona State has it. Amir Ali launching a three. And another offensive rebound. And a chance for Arizona State. But Alston Mason has his shot blocked. Caleb Love back the other way. And a foul will get him to the line with 4.5 to go. One more for Caleb Love hits both. And they use it or lose it.
Let me go ahead and see if I have some success. Plenty of time to get a good look here.
Alston Mason, the pull-up three at the horn. And a big screen was set on KJ.
Single digits, tough road game. The three-point shot has been the weapon of choice for the Sun Devils. Right here, pull-up three, Mason, gotcha at the buzzer.
High-scoring first half in the desert. We go to the studio. Kevin ball not commit a turnover.
Arizona very strategic in their approach. The open guy is the shooter. Nobody's trying to do too much, thus no turnovers.
Caleb Love leading Arizona with 13, now given 16 for the Wildcats lead. All scorers in the game.
Big way to start the second half, trying to push that lead back out, get this crowd into this game. See if the Sun Devils can respond.
Arizona led by as many as 12 in the first half. Josan Sanin on the step back. And the freshman can let everybody sit now in McKale Center. They stand until the visiting team scores.
That young man is a cold piece of work. He is so under control and so smooth.
And a foul will put the Wildcats in the line. Caleb Love in 3 career games against Arizona State, averaging just under 20 points. Inside McKale Center.
Well, he's been the leader of.
And they can get as high as the 2 seed at the Big 12 tournament. Amir Ali, the drop-off, and Sean Phillips Jr. spinning inside. And a foul will get Phillips free throws. Who has really started to emerge toward the end of the year for Bobby Hurley. Hurley has just 6 healthy scholarship players available now. He had 7 at the night. So it's just 6 guys available for Bobby Hurley. At least scholarship players. Then he goes to the walk-ons after that. Josan Sanin in a transition 3. Them again. The last couple of games he has done it. Off balance, tough shot for Caleb Love. Tip free. Arizona keeps it alive, and a foul will get Love to the free throw line as Henry Vesar grabbed the loose ball. And that's the 3rd foul on Sean Phillips. To a buzzsaw in the second half, and frankly limited on numbers because Adam Miller was not available to bring in some walk-ons.
Yeah, and in Big 12 play, and in all college basketball play, if you
as here comes U of A. Henry Vesar denied by Sean Phillips Jr. Countering the Sun Devils. Bashir Jihad in 1. And the rebound falls to Trey Townsend for the Wildcats. Anthony Delarso, 3. Henry Vesar on the offensive glass, and a putback and 1. Digit lead. 10 off the bench for Vesar, who's started recently, but coming off the bench and seen.
For you, me, and everybody at ESPN and all the fans around the country.
He loved this game because of all the offense. I can just hear him now as Alston Mason nails a 3 for Arizona State. Scoring is basketball.
Scoring is basketball. Do you know how hard it was for me to find a tie-dye bow tie?
That is phenomenal work.
Hey, anything for the big guy. Anything for Bill.
And the answer, Henry Vesar, the big man for the Cats with 18. Now, again, who knows what the NCAA may do in terms of giving guys more eligibility, you never know. But I'm going on a limb and saying it's his final home game here in Tucson as a foul and KJ Lewis hitting the deck.
I think that would be a safe
for 1 from the line tonight. I'll come off the bench. You do what you need to do, what's best for this team.
Minutes per game haven't changed, but what has changed is the productivity they get from Del Orso and also Carter Bryant getting major minutes in a lot of games, and you've seen his development.
Tough shot from Joson Sanin.
Boy, the hits keep coming with that young man. Off the dribble, one-on-one, he is a handful.
Now the zone for the Sun Devils. Henry Besar, and that's the 4th foul on Sean Phillips Jr. with 13:42 remaining. Now that Phillips has 4 fouls, Bobby Hurley's just got nowhere else to turn. He showed up in Tempe in early January as Bashir Jihad, forcing just the 2nd turnover by the Sun Devils. And there's Best to the basket, misses the dunk, and the loose ball. Here comes KJ Lewis countering for U of A. The scoop over the shoulder, KJ Lewis.
To pieces all night.
Bashir Jihad gets it back, and fouled. He'll go to the line for the Sun Devils. Fouls drawn per game. And he has that ability.
Wingspan, good perimeter shot. Great on the glass as well.
It's both free throws. 5 Sun Devils in double figures now. KJ Lewis along the baseline.
Beautiful find by Caleb Love. Unselfish play.
Bashir Jihad. The emphatic slip. Left open. Henry Besar rims out the 3, but the rebound tipped Anthony Del Orso, and a reload for the Wildcats. How about that move from Anthony Del Orso? By himself underneath the lane for Alston Mason. Cooper Flag and Duke making the 8-mile trek over to the Dean Dome to take on Hubert Davis and the Tar Heels. And right now, Joe Lunardi has North Carolina as the first team out of the field. Stripped. Bashir Jihad will get to the line. Russian at bracketology, by the way. Joe Lunardi has Arizona as a top 4 seed. Win tonight guarantees them a top 4 seed in the Big 12.
They have nice, fancy records, but the tournament will tell the full tale here soon.
A trip on KJ Lewis. And the first foul on Lewis, and ASU is in the bonus here with 10:17 to go on a 1-and-1. Number 24, Arizona.
Get to the line.
One more for Amir. Yeah, he earned that sip of water. He graduated last spring, came back for 1 more year, played for his father. And ASU hanging in there, down 6. Jaden Bradley draws contact, will get to the line. And now the tallest player on the floor. He's got 3 freshmen, including Best, who drives. The drop-off to Amir Ali. And the rebound, Tobe Awaka. Here comes Arizona. The lob. KJ Lewis pushed in the back and will get free throws.
One of the few times Arizona's been able to get a look in transition.
For 3 at the line tonight, shooting 2. One more in his tenure as the head coach at U of A. With Ali blows the layup. And Arizona comes away with it. Tobe Awaka and the foul on Bobby Hurley Jr. And that'll put Awaka at the line for the Wildcats. 4 for 4 from the floor. Misses the first of 2 shots at 60. And he can't let Arizona State fall further behind.
That is absolutely.
Way out top the foul, the fourth on Tobe Awaka, and ASU will. One more for Sannon coming up. Started the last 3 games now for Bobby Hurley. Sannon hits both. Nine-point Wildcats lead. Backdoor and the flush, Caleb Love.
Beautiful play design by Arizona. They've run that multiple times this year.
And back the other way. Alston Mason for the Sun Devils.
Mason just taking exception, finding mismatches, blowing by defenders, getting to the lane. Huge game for him.
Underneath the slam, Henry Basar by himself.
Well, actually, that's the pressure Arizona puts on you. You can't stop everything. Failure to rotate, easy two for Arizona.
17 for Basar, 2 off a career high of 19 earlier this year against Baylor. Josan Sannon denied by Basar. The kick out to an open 3. And the stroke, Trevor Best.
Well, you got to give the Sun
10 threes for Arizona State tonight. Pull-up jumper in the key from Jaden Bradley. Wildcats at 59% for the field tonight. $18 assists, just 2 turnovers, but they lose Sean Phillips Jr. for the dunk.
throw it down, big man. Shout out Bill Walton.
Throw it down. Out of bounds, and it stays with Arizona. 6:54 to go in this high scoring of
About rivalries, Arizona fan bases remember that. And that's why they like to be a little bit more comfortable with what's going on right here.
And a foul, and it's on KJ Lewis. 22 for Mason tonight. His season high.
Against a club like that, that's quite an accomplishment.
Inside 6.5 minutes. Josan Sannon finds Alston Mason in the corner for a 3, and it's a 3-point game. 3, approaching 6 minutes to go in Tucson.
Roxon, you got to tip your hat to the coaching job by Coach Bobby Hurley and his staff.
Henry Basar goes to work down low.
If you're Arizona, you want to attack the paint. It's been your friend all night. Getting to the rim, being physical.
Henry Basar missing a 3. Awaka, the offensive rebound, and a hard fall. And the foul, if that's on Bashu, in 5 games had played a total of 9 minutes. Then he went out and scored 18.
Coach Hurley so excited about his offense and his ability to score. And he finally kind of got up court and tried to draw closer to Arizona.
ASU cut it to 3. The Cats have pushed it out to 7. And Henry Basar pulls it down. The Cats attack. In transition, KJ Lewis. Timeout. Again, just 5 scholarship players available. Amir Ali missing a 3. And the rebound, Lewis, fouled by Alston Mason. And actually, it could be a good foul for Arizona State considering House. And a sonic blockbuster from the Dean Dome as Duke and Carolina. Cooper.
You know, you played in that Duke-North Carolina game, and you played in the Arizona State game. I said, is the intensity...
Wildcats. Josan Sannon. And it's blocked, but a foul is called that will send Sannon to the line for shooting 2. 14 points for the freshman. And it's a 10-point game. Sean Phillips Jr. out there with 4 fouls. After Bashir Jihad is already fouled out for ASU. And that's the 5th on Phillips, and he is fouled out. And now, all right, SVP coming up with Sports Center after we're done here in Tucson. As he was walking toward the Arizona State bench, he was using a profanity-laced tirade toward our officiating crew. And he was assessed a technical foul on emotions get the better of Shawn Phillips Jr. throughout his career. And that ball game in Ames at Hilton Coliseum tonight, where BYU blew a huge lead and then in double overtime had enough to beat Iowa State. Those two teams were tied for 4th, right behind Arizona and Texas Tech.
Yeah, when you look at the box score for that game, they're not supposed to win with that many turnovers and having blown that lead, and that win for the Cougs defies logic.
And keep in mind, the top 4 teams get buys into the quarterfinals all the way until Thursday at the Big 12 tournament. As it rattles, it goes. Henry bailing out. Adam Miller, who was injured within the first minute of this game, has not returned and is not coming back for ASU tonight. So Bobby Hurley has just 4 scholarship players.
Come into this fierce rivalry battle with just 7 guys in uniform.
And now a season best 31 as Mason a perfect 8 for 8 from the line.
You can't say enough about him right now. Mason having to match up against Basar.
Way off of that 3. But Tope Awaka on the offensive glass out-muscles the Sun Devils. And when Basar tried to claim he was banking.
4 points. It's been very effective. Tommy Lloyd and his staff emphasizing that size advantage. It's been the difference tonight.
14 for Awaka. The largest lead for the Wildcats tonight. And the freshman, the second 3 for Trevor Best.
Talked about Best, his explosive play, his offensive capabilities. One of those guys who's going to be a very good player in years to come.
And they go after Bobby Hurley Jr. and a foul will send Awaka to the line. 2:11 to go.
Big, who can stretch the floor. Everything's been
on Saturday at Allen Fieldhouse to take on Bill Self's Jayhawks. Well, ASU will wrap up the regular season at home and get a terrific Texas Tech team in Tempe. Alston Mason to the bucket.
But Mason has just been completely unstoppable. They've been in a lot of games where when you look on paper, they should be getting blown out, but that's just not a Bobby Hurley club. They fight. Tonight, no different.
And the foul's on Best. And Carter Bryant. They go down the list from the top to the bottom to break up the tie. That's why the Red Raiders would be the 2 and the Wildcats would be the 3. Both free throws nailed by Carter Bryant. Bobby Hurley Jr. And the pass broken up. Joson Sannon recovers it and hits the jumper. Joson Sannon, too strong on the 3. And Carter Bryant the rebound. And a foul on Hurley. Jade Bradley shooting 2. By Caleb Love in the backcourt for Tommy Lloyd.
And I don't think that gets talked about enough when you talk about Jaden Bradley. Every night he draws tough defensive assignments and plays a ton of minutes for Coach Tommy Lloyd. Always 35 plus, sometimes almost the whole game. He stays out of foul trouble, but he applies defensive pressure. Coach Tommy Lloyd the way that I do. If the Arizona come by the Arizona State Sun Devils in McHale Center, I think defensively he would have liked to see.
Final minute at McHale. You just wonder, because the way the first game transpired between these two teams, is KJ Lewis left open for a 3. And also Tommy Lloyd's son, Liam. And they were talking about if they were going to start the seniors and some of the walk-ons tonight. Trevor Best missing a three. The rebound grabbed by Luke Champion. And this is Liam Lloyd, Tommy's son. And Grant Whiteman said, look, I did that last year. I'm not starting again. I'm good. And then Liam Lloyd to have fun and poke fun at Mark Few and Gonzaga, where Tommy Lloyd spent 21 years at the right hand to Mark Few, and says, I don't need to be like Joe Few. I'm good. I'll come off the bench.
Nobody wants to be on a poster.
And that's a shot clock violation, a turnover, and it goes to Arizona State. As the Arizona head coach, becoming the first Arizona coach to accomplish that. You think of the great coaches. You played for Lute Olson. The great work that Sean Miller did here. Tommy Lloyd becomes the first Arizona coach to have 20 or more wins in each of his first 4 years.
An outstanding benchmark for Coach Lloyd and this program, trending in the right direction. The history, the legacy here in Arizona in good hands with Tommy Lloyd. Gutsy performance by the Arizona State Sun Devils. 100 points scored in a rivalry game.